All right, mic off, guys. GG.
Good evening, Super Metroid fans. Good evening, speedrunning fans. Folks, we're here for a backdoor bracket Chicago street fight between none other than the number 5 and number 6 seeds, Eddie and susreime. My name is Professor School. I'm joined here live and in living color at the commentary booth by none other than the great Sephi. Sephi, what's up, bud?
WX fan, that's right. That is me. No one else. There's no such thing. What's going on, Prof? I am excited. I'm ready. This is Battle of the Titans, honestly. I have no doubt that these two are gonna run potential sub 42 runs. So yeah, get ready for a masterclass demonstration of Super Metroid 90% speedrunning.
Seriously. You want to pick two people out of a bag that are going to have top tier PRKD strats or top tier strats in pretty much any category or rando or you name it. You're picking two of the best that you could possibly have here in Eddie and susreime.
Wait, what are these typical Eddie streams, typical susreime streams right here going on? Are they just gonna leave and not have any regard for the viewers? They just left their posts. They're not even ready to race. So I guess we're on their time.
Maybe they're going to like a local meetup spot because they live pretty close to each other.
Oh, the docs. Cool. All right, everyone. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna call for that.
We're getting some West Side Story action here. We're gonna get susreime and Eddie here snapping at each other, wearing tight jeans and leather jackets in a second.
I bet you anything they're gonna show up on each other's game feed. You're gonna see Eddie pop up on susreime. Yeah. And then you see susreime show up in Eddie's, and it's like, whoa, wait. That'd be like the wildest like multiverse thing going on ever.
All right, we just dropped the gate. We are about to be underway in just a few seconds here, folks. Hold on to your butts. If you're paying for the whole seat, you're paying too much. These two runners are about to put on a show for us. Eddie having a killer low 41 time, and susreime a 42 PB, a 42.22, but with animals saved, which is right in the wheelhouse of those Japanese runners. Love saving those animals. That's effectively a 41, folks. Just like Sephi mentioned, holy smokes, this is gonna be something. This is gonna be something.
I don't know if you've been watching susreime's races, but he saves the animals in those as well, right?
Typically, yeah. Typically he does. Yeah.
Got it. Cool. And there you go. Yeah. This SNES Classic flex, actually. So that's pretty cool. You don't get to see too many runners running on the SNES Classic console. It's not really any major difference, but I just thought it's neat. I guess susreime's just gonna go ahead and start without Eddie. Eddie's on his own time, chugging Coca-Cola again. But that's his fuel, honestly. Good luck to both runners. And yeah, good luck, viewers.
Well, I think Eddie's actually further west in Chicago, so he's in a slightly more suburban time zone. So I think he's naturally just like 10 to 15 seconds behind the fast city slicker life of susreime.
I see. Okay, that makes for a very humble brag.
I'd say there is one major difference running on SNES Classic, and it's the input delay, right? So the one thing that susreime talks about is that even that 1 to 2 frames of lag that he gets, that input lag, from running on SNES Classic has given him some trouble with those very, very precise strats. And it's one of the reasons why he's innovated some really neat solutions. We'll see, for example, in Lava Dive and in Dragon, the use of both pause buffers and charge strats to delay the Shine Spark timer. There's a couple things that he does, especially with pause buffers, to try to make things just a little bit easier for himself to make up for that lag delay that he has from the SNES Classic.
Well, that is pretty neat, and it is worth mentioning because we've seen a lot of people running different routes. Both Eddie and susreime will be giving it their all, and they will be running the PRKD route. There's no PK, PRKD, no PKRD to play it safe, unless maybe someone feels, like they have enough of a lead to kind of play it safe and pick up a few extra items. But I doubt we're gonna see any of that.
I think you're right. I think I doubt it. susreime, in fact, I commentated one or two of his races. He pretty explicitly says that he makes no changes for any of his races, regardless of the opponent. He has a route, he has his strats. That's what he's comfortable doing. That's what he's prepared for, and you got to respect that, right? I mean, he's just going to go all out in every race, try to put on a good show, try to be swag. One of my favorite things about susreime, it's so fun to watch him because it's really beautiful to watch him play Super Metroid.
Yeah, definitely. There's been a lot of top tier runners that kind of have their own flow of the game. susreime, much like Eddie, have developed their own strats across categories, or in Eddie's case, across randomizers. They're both really bold runners to go for the riskier setups, the riskier strats. So I think that's why, chat, you should honestly consider yourselves in luck and very, very fortunate to witness these two going at it head to head. Kind of reminded of the legends and the myths spoken of Static 9. It always goes back to him being like this mythological runner, your favorite runner's favorite runner, and it's cool to see that there's more than just one now. Like, we get to have like this whole different flavor to Super Metroid regarding strats that they've come up with, and the influence that they've had on other runners too, to kind of just bolden up and also go for those same type of plays and such. So I don't know. I think it's cool that we have them as part of the SM speedrunning community.
Yeah, 100% agree. You look through our major community Discord or even some of the smaller side community Discords, and they're both just absolutely littered with videos and descriptions of strats from both of these runners, unique takes, novel ideas, nice optimizations. These are two innovators, and I don't know, maybe one day I'll be in this community long enough that someone else will look and say, my favorite runner's favorite runner, susreime or Eddie. Totally could see that.
Yeah. It's just we're just kind of yapping about a lot of their lore, just to kind of familiarize yourselves. Look, even susreime's going for that optimal flyway strat into BT. So this is where the fun starts.
Actually, Sephi, it's kind of cool. When I first entered this community about 5 years ago, that flyway strat was, like, for the most part, only something you saw in TAS. It's kind of cool now that you've got like strats like that or Ripper Skipper. They're actually done by a number of not just one, but like a number of runners in this tournament are doing stuff like that right now, which is pretty wild.
Yeah, I think, and that's like also the gorgeous part of optimizing a speedrun is eventually there comes a point where you have to go for even the riskier strats. There's going to be someone that's always going to want to one up the previous runs, or just kind of push that limit, push the game to the limit, in order to, I don't know, potentially get that BT skip for the first time in the NTSC region.
Yeah, seriously.
Or even just pushing a sub 40. Someone is gonna have to be, dare I say it, brave enough or wild enough to kind of try to push it to that point.
Dude, look at this elevator time from Eddie, 6:03. My goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, and the K-Go from susreime. I love that. We had double right side Alcatraz. We've got the K-Go from susreime. Both runners doing the more optimal but trickier arm pumping in Terminator. We're getting the optimal jump off the elevator here from Eddie and the double angle down missiles. I mean, you blink and you miss it. Everything is a top level strat here from these runners. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's very much a sight to behold. Honestly, that elevator time, just to go back to it, is effectively what all the top runners are getting. And I mean like the elite runners. I mean like the creme de la creme. Those are the times that you will see from people like Oates and Zoe. So again, Eddie, he only has 141 under his belt, and it's his PV. And it's such a
What is it,
it's such a huge
4107? Something insane, right?
4117 or 4118, something like that. Yeah,
Decent
it's
first 41.
It's nuts. Oh my gosh! Also, okay, Eddie's kind of going for some wild, like really wild. Oh my gosh! And susreime gets the weave. Okay, I know we're kind of nerding out, but Eddie went for like the quick drop off the ledge, and then susreime got the weave. Yeah, into the moonfall. I mean, I have no idea. They really the respect for each runner. I don't know, just increases tenfold each time.
Unbelievable.
Here we see the farm from Eddie. Yeah. That's such a good farm to go for.
Yep.
susreime doesn't need to go for that because he does already have an extra missile drop that will put him comfortably in a comfortable position for the upcoming Fantoon fight. Eddie would have liked that missile drop, but it's fine. It's not the biggest deal.
That was a 759 red tower door touch. That's unfreaking real, man.
Yeah, right now Eddie is if you think that map randos don't help, think again.
This dude's not just cooking with gas right now. I don't know. He's cooking with freaking jet fuel. This is unreal.
There's that sub 830 power bombs time.
Yeah. Couple head shakes here. susreime not 100% happy with his play, but still, I mean, the only reason it's even this full room apart is just because Eddie's cooking right now. My goodness.
Yeah, I say time and time again, I need to know where Eddie went to culinary school because that's some chef handling right there.
I think it's Michael Jordan's Chicago Bulls Chef Culinary School of Chicago.
Does he actually have a... Man, what can't Michael Jordan do? You can't respect anyone that wants to take a picture with him. That's for sure. So if there's anything as respected as a player as Michael Jordan might be, he does not have... This is all alleged, by the way.
Oh, there's the first real mishap from Eddie. Just missing on that CWJ frame. susreime going to be going for HBJ back, or HBJ instead?
I think so. Eddie was able to get the CWJ, susreime with the HBJ. So great job. Both runners made it across and evening it out. Okay, wow.
And there you go. susreime takes the lead for the first time since early game. Oh, and Eddie just saves himself from falling in the moat late, or in the ocean late. Whoo, boy, let's go. And both runners still with a very, very solid sub 10 wreck ship touch time. Incredible.
He's really trying to like, he's really cutting every single jump as tight as possible. I'm willing to bet that, yeah, Eddie also has like the same mentality where he's really not going to switch anything up if he's running against, you know, a very, very good speedrunner.
Mm-hmm. So
all right.
I see Eddie do this entry morphing into Fantoon's room, and I saw Eddie do that recently. Is this a new thing that I haven't learned about? We can talk about it after Fantoon, but that's just something I noticed, that people aren't wall jump checking the door anymore there.
It's been around for a bit. It kind of draws like inspiration from, oh my gosh, the good patterns.
Fast.
For susreime. Yeah.
And good drops for susreime too. Wow.
Okay, and a sub 11 Fantoon kill time for susreime. susreime is in such a great position to PB as well. Okay,
at least he got the mid here, and this should clean up.
Oh no, Eddie.
Oh, it looked like he released the D-pad
Okay,
just a
but
little
saved. It's
early.
fine. He got the fast
Wow.
pattern, so it's okay. And honestly, it's really good that Eddie has a lot of a lot of missiles here, because it means that he's not really gonna get any missile drop scams, and all of his drops should be good enough, yeah, for
Great drop.
just about an ideal exit from Fantoon. But yeah,
Fast clutched out from susreime there and getting the good drops on screen too. My goodness. Or I guess the second one was off screen, but still. Oof.
yeah, right now, definitely, I know susreime's not gonna want to drop any strat. A little bit of a rough beginning, early game for susreime, but you know, still plenty of game. He can capitalize on all this and maintain all of that. Okay, good recovery, susreime. The beautiful attic. Power bomb. Let's see if we can get the 2-for-1 special on enemy killings here. Yes, incredible,
Nice.
and a awesome farm as well.
Too, yeah. Okay, resources for susreime here. Not great. 641. Leave something to be desired.
It's. I mean, I know. It's not what you usually see from super missiles. Like, typically you see like 6 or 7 supers going into bowling. I don't know what happened there. I guess
he only had 3 coming out of Fantoon, I think, so he was too short on farms alone, unlike the Fantoon drops alone. That was one thing, and I think he used an extra super. I think he used an extra super in attic when he didn't get the double farm. The double
2 supers, because it's pretty low. But I mean, either way, there's a farm coming up going down Red Tower, like right after these crabs before the elevator.
Still though, 1329 is going to buy him some space here, even if he needs to spend a little bit extra time farming. 13.
Yeah,
for Eddie. So
I know
still
that.
pretty good, about 17 seconds apart.
I know that Cutie labbed out like the optimal farm from the cack attacks that you'll see from susreime soon. And typically, if you have 7 or less supers, you want to farm those. Otherwise, if you have 8 or more, you're just fine to just keep going. So I don't think Eddie's gonna farm.
No, I totally agree. There's just no point with 8.
I guess we're gonna see as soon as the feed gets fixed if susreime farmed or not. I'm willing to bet so, though. But it's
We'll
fine.
have to see. In one of his previous races, he didn't. No, he didn't. Yeah, and this happened. I was just saying, in a previous race, he did not do that, and it ended up coming back to bite him. He lost a bunch of time in LN because of it. He got kind of non-committal with his bug farms. He left after 2 without staying for extra, and then he had some real slowdown issues in LN because of that. So I think his inclination is just to go. And gosh, we'll just have to see. Gosh, 3 supers, my goodness.
Yeah, I think, and maybe susreime's the type of person that just wants to always keep going, right? Just to have like the flow and the momentum. But even then, like, that could still get interrupted if you take too much time farming. But I don't know. Here's hoping that, RNG's on his side and he gets bailed out from upcoming bug farms or even the metal pirate drops. For now, though, yeah, Eddie's looking great right now. susreime just has a lot to kind of, just a lot of ammo to pay attention to. Just hoping for that. Yeah, you see, this is looking tough. Maybe this enemy drops the super for susreime. Can we get one, please? Yes.
There it is. It is.
And also, I want to make note that Yeah, I like that both runners also went for the early super door.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize how long that strat's been around. Actually, I was just watching some old Static 9 videos, and Static 9 has that super door open in his 42 from like 6 years ago.
Yeah. There's a lot of strats that are coming to resurface, or at least being kind of like reworked on. Again, you mentioned that that Fantoon door entry, or I guess the boss door entry. I know that there's been like some variations of that. I remember 2Cat going for like this really interesting door open where they would jump above the door, shoot down, and I think they would like not mock ball, but like soft morph and roll into the door. So that's like the old version of it. But I guess recently, how from what I've seen, Overfiend kind of reworked this strat into existence was instead he will missile the eye door and then crouch, aim up, and then like what we saw from Eddie is just aim up, shoot the door, and roll in.
I got a quick question for you, Sephi. I know you do a little bit of map rando. Are the item fanfares normally this long in map rando? Is that one of the features that makes it really fun to play, or?
I think Eddie's just. I don't know if you've seen the latest image that's been circulating from Eddie, where he's just kind of like frozen in time. I think he just really wants to like sit still and embrace whatever's happening in this run and splicing right into Cathedral.
All right, we're about to see. Well, I don't know. Is susreime even going to go for a first bug farm here? Probably not. I don't think he normally does. Okay, he will. Nothing. No supers there.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah.
Okay, we need the special cart here with a high super drop rate.
Oh my goodness. Oh look, the Behemoth Mockball. I think Gala used to go for that too. I can't remember for sure. But
But all things considered, Eddie didn't really get bailed out very much on those super drops going through that first part of Upper Norfair, and only picking up one on that first farm is only 2 supers above. I mean, it's obviously 2 more. But...
yeah. So in this case,
also on 0 power bombs.
Yeah. How many times do you think you'd farm here? Oh no, it's unfortunate that didn't drop. I think he went for the right amount of farming though. 3 rounds, I think, is good for however many supers he
Oh, I
had.
thought he'd at least wait for that power bomb there from the dragon. Holy smokes. He's just he's on go mode right now. Plug in the GTC and call IFB because susreime is in go mode, folks. Holy smokes.
I think it's fine because there is the blue ball farm from Gravitron or pre-Graviton room that you can farm up. So I'm certain with as much experience as Stream has doing any percent, he probably has like some sort of like farm coming up.
The blue ball farm is kind of like these runners' internet. It just keeps us waiting.
Yeah, that's it takes a bit. Okay, going pretty much with just the same amount of supers. It ended up working out for susreime, honestly. What happened? Oh my gosh, he did not get a power bomb drop. Did you see that? Oh my goodness. Okay, that's actually disgusting. I feel so much for susreime. That I only want the best for susreime, but the game is not giving it to him.
Seriously, my goodness.
All right.
Grab jump here for Eddie. Just barely going to clock in, or this is just going to be 21-minute flat or so. Elevator touch, just around there.
Yeah. It's still a great 42 pace. Honestly, low 42.
This is crushing me right now that we're at this moment entering LN and Chicago internet is doing us dirty like this, Seffi.
I know. You think it's I don't know any other state, but Chicago honestly is working against speedrunning community. I really am curious to see how susreime made it. Um, I'm willing to bet though that Eddie does overtake susreime at some point before Ridley, because susreime getting scammed on that powerbomb drop was just not it. And now we're just frozen in time.
So we're going to take a little intermission. Just kick your feet up and relax. Just going to take a little bit of a pause here. Action was a little too hot, and we're back.
Okay, yeah. It's quite okay. Susreime just... Oh! Okay,
Whoa!
there it is!
Gosh. Serious?
Oh my goodness. Alright, well, this is incredible.
And this is what I was
Yes.
going to suggest, that if he gets the double powerbomb drop nicely from the Violas in pre-pillars, then he should be fine to just do the bomb spread here, which is exactly what susreime did. But can you imagine getting out of that
Goodness.
internet lag right into almost dead sync? Like, are you serious?
That was perfect. I'm telling you, this is why we wanted to tune in for this race. Because it's going to be really close. Although I really wish it wasn't always like that, internet, so please, can you maintain? Because I'd rather just always see them in sync.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, chat is putting out. I completely missed this. Well spotted, chat. Looks like the timers are actually off right now.
Oh, wait. Huh? Wait,
Yeah,
oh my
yeah,
gosh.
the timers are off.
Well, that's incredible. Okay. Shout out to chat being right for once. Okay. I mean, still though, we'll see what's going on here. Eddie does have the 20 that susreime did not get as far as missile count goes. But we're hoping for a really quick Ridley fight for both runners. I want it seamless. And this is still not enough of a lead for susreime to even think about getting any sort of safety. I mean, Prof, I know you mentioned it. He's not going to go for it, but it's just you can't really give him any. You can't give Eddie any room to catch up. He's just too goated. All those goon sessions, just playing map rando into the goonery. It's just I don't know. I really credit a lot of Eddie's skill to just being able to like adapt to situations. Eddie had a clean fight, however.
Whoa, hold on a second. That was a 24-20 grab. susreime grabbed at 24-0x. susreime's still in the lead here. Let's see the drops for both runners. Great health and ammo drops for Eddie. And excellent health and ammo drops for susreime. Look at this.
Sitting extra pretty right there. That's what you want to see.
So susreime holds on to that 15-second or so lead. And both with excellent resources, over 200 health. This is great from both runners.
I do want to give a huge shout out, not just to WXFan, but more importantly to whoever's doing the cropping right now and getting our runners in sync as far as like the pace, because it still makes it just nice to watch. All right. Yeah, just got to keep like mental note of like pretty much how far ahead susreime's going to be of Eddie.
It's a little hard for Restream to sync up the timers when the streams keep zonking out like this, unfortunately. Oh, but I think we got it. Hold on, we're synced up.
Oh yeah, this is
Excellent work, Sigma. Thank you so much on the Restream.
Appreciate it.
So a health check here. susreime in great shape. Eddie also in good shapes. Yeah, so we're just about even on everything here.
Eddie's about a room and a half behind. I would wager. Great escape. Oh my gosh, Gwen Stefani would be so proud of that if she were a Super Metroid speedrunning fan.
Gwen Stefani's actually kind of how I felt during all of those internet service outages there during this run. It's like these runners are walking in the spider webs. Leave a message, just call them back, man.
No doubt.
Oh man, too good.
Oh, okay. I think Eddie's gaining just a little bit of time on susreime too. It's kind of scary. And I just like, you know, susreime's like how he's hunched over and just like in gamer mode. He wants this win, and it's a big win being able to like topple Eddie. Eddie, when he locks in, it's scary. I don't know. I can't.
Love that mock entry past that super block from susreime. See if Eddie does the same. Nope, not quite. Almost
Tempting.
dead even on resources. I mean, it really can hardly get any closer than this. This is really remarkable. We are almost in the same room at the same time with almost the same resources. Incredible paces from both runners, surviving LN.
Yeah, this is still a really good 41 pace for both runners.
Yeah, it should be about 28 or sub 28 Varia touch time for both runners.
Yep. Now, you mentioned earlier, you know, that susreime is an avid animal saver, enjoyer, enthusiast, connoisseur, but that's something to take into account, you know, before they done, because that is a little bit of time where Eddie does gain on susreime, and susreime does, you know, if he's gonna save the animals, he's gonna need just a little bit more of a lead.
All right, and the resources again, checking in on them here. Just about dead even against susreime, getting a little bit better luck with super drops.
But it's fine. They end up, yeah.
No, they're the same because of mini crate. No, they're the same mini crate. Yeah. Wow.
And honestly, this is actually the type of ammo that you want to see going into Meridia, because having the power bombs for Batoon and Dragon, the supers for Batoon and the Dragon entry.
Yep, you've got missiles too if you wanted to save some supers potentially on Batoon, or if you needed to use missiles only, for example, on Dragon. There's a lot of flexibility with this loadout that you have right now.
That was a beautiful mouthball right there from Eddie. A beautiful mouthball coming out of Crate's lair.
susreime really loosening up on camera too. Looks like he's having a good time. I know he often will be in VC with some other Japanese runners. Looks like he was a little frustrated with that early game, like you pointed out, Sethi. Looks like he's really enjoying himself now. Both runners like going to be playing loose here. Coming down to the wire. Got mini boss and a big boss coming up though.
Yeah, I do think that it's possible that both runners have to be satisfied with their runs. I know Eddie's not been doing too much any percent, but still to be able to bust something like this out is just...
Ooh, no, one straight article for susreime. This is going to even it out.
Yeah. If susreime can get the goal, okay, nice job.
Okay, and he didn't take the extra damage, so no. Fortunately, he was one hit away from health bomb. He would have been on 30 exactly.
Oh my goodness.
One super for susreime.
Yeah, that's horrible. Eddie actually sucked up all of that.
Holy
susreime. You can't get bailed out by those boogers right there.
These bugs, these Zoas are terrible.
Oh yeah, they are. He's going for the Charles farm.
Oh wait, did Eddie just drop his?
Did he bonk?
Did he bonk?
He bonked. He did.
Oh my goodness.
That's not good.
And susreime is through.
Okay. Yeah. So this is like
he gonna grab the super? Yes, he will. There he is.
I think so.
Super.
It's worth it.
Holy smokes! And susreime just like that back in control, but depending on how the Dragon fight goes and the drops that he gets, those extra 5 supers for Eddie still could be very important.
Yeah, that's all gonna be. It's all gonna come into play once they enter Torian and they're having to deal. Well, when they're at the mercy of Metroid drops, honestly. I think another thing that could potentially like equalize this is whoever gets the reverse halfie.
Okay, nice traditional rain dance setup there. Looked really good. Okay, good short charge. And now he can read the pattern with this pause buffer, switch out. He's just a few missiles short. He should be okay here. Oh, I'm not sure about this spark.
Oh no, it should have been a diagonal spark. If it were a diagonal spark, it would have been fine.
No, he's on the wrong side.
It's okay. He's able to get the kill. Eddie's just leaving. Excellent double bomb jumps. Wow.
Wow,
okay.
Susreime does have... Oh my goodness. Susreime's going to make up a little bit of time here because he didn't use that blue suit.
I am also really happy that Susreime ended up getting a hefty amount of supers after the Dragon fight. Did Eddie bonk again? No. Yeah, he did.
No, he did. He did.
Eddie and that door are just not friends. Okay.
Yeah, that door sort of like Dennis Rodman, just like rejecting Eddie at every turn.
That's actually, yeah, very, very goated right there. Shout out to Dennis Rodman. Another door.
Every door, man.
Whew. Okay. It's okay. Maybe Eddie's feeling some sort of pressure.
Yeah,
Rain cannot lose it. This is also a really scary room.
Ooh, okay. Just on the edge of the platform there. Holy smokes, Sephi.
I know. Going for it, also sticking the landing. No one's going to farm here because their health and their super count is honestly good enough.
Even on 4, coming 3 after this?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised to stream farm there. I don't know, leaving on 3 feels kind of sketch, but you have more experience in this category than I do.
Yeah, I'm no legit. I still farm there, no matter what. I don't really care. I just farm it up.
This is going to be like within 10 seconds at G4, man. This is like all coming down to G4 execution. Susreime did already save the pause, though. Susreime has paused.
Yeah,
so there's a couple extra seconds of the pause from Eddie, who will obviously be slightly more optimal in the pause, doing that, saving those frames on the elevator, but still does need to enter that menu, which Susreime already did during the Dragon fight.
Yeah, so he's good to go. Susreime, unfortunately, could not get the air mock ball or whatever. I don't even know what they're called. Air balls? I don't know. I'm just trying to like name everything.
This is gonna be really close once we get down into Turian because of the pause. 34:06:05 more touch time.
This is yeah, really low 42. This is like a 42.0x for Eddie.
Yep. Yeah, this is probably about 7 seconds if you account for the pause. And the resource check, health almost even, missiles and supers just about even. You couldn't ask for anything more. We're not going to be worrying about one runner being way behind here. No one got really punished, trying to enter Turian with under 100 health or 1 super. This is just going to come down to these 2 runners executing. I mean, I know everyone thinks about baby skip, but with the gap that this is, every single room counts right now. Every door bonk, every door fix, everything counts right now.
It's just what's nuts is also the RNG drops. Super missiles are like your most valuable resource. Even at 2010 missile supers, respectively, like you have to always just keep an eye out on not getting scammed here. Okay.
Nice farm. Eddie does that nice turnaround farm there to help all the Metroids follow him.
Excellent setup.
Oh no!
Pickup, but that's unfortunate.
Good recovery.
That was actually really good recovery. It's a risky one because he does use a super.
And Susreime
Nice
doing that
setup.
nice mockball entry to avoid the
But
platform.
the super count is still not looking too good. He could get built out here. Eddie with the 29. That's what you want.
Why did you go for the super there? Oh, I would have double missile farmed. Oh no, he has to farm and reset the room.
I think he's gonna risk it. I think he risks it. Yeah.
Oh no, and he didn't.
He's short one super, so he's gonna have to open one of the missile doors, and then refill his missiles. And even then, that's cutting it close.
Wait, howdy, this baby skip becomes so important all of a sudden.
But even with the baby skip, I'm just still curious. Like, does he abandon his morals and not save the animals?
No!
Oh, that is rough. Yikes.
I can't believe Susreime supered there in rooms 3 and 4 the way that he did. Oh my goodness.
I think when you feel the pressure, do you know if he watches the restream or if he just stream snipes Eddie?
He does not. I do think he might be getting some information from the voice chat that he's in, who are watching.
I see. Okay, well, voice chat, if you listen to this, stop, just stop getting in my boy's head, all right? Let him cook, you hear that? Tell him.
Wow. I mean, Eddie had a firm and commanding lead, gave it up, lost about 30 seconds, was up 15, and then was down about 15, pulled it back out to within, 7 to 8 seconds up, entering Turian, and just like a remarkable comeback here after giving up so much time in the middle game in LN from Eddie. 49 health, so he needs to be a little bit careful here.
Yeah, don't want to get hit. Okay, great landing there on the bomb. If you land right in the middle of the bomb detonation, you actually take no damage from that. I think that's like the one fact you're gonna get out of me this entire tournament, because I don't know the rest of the game. I just still press the buttons, and my name's WX Fan. Okay, that's okay. Oh no! Eddie, stop! He's moon falling into the damage. Oh, Eddie, please.
Oh god!
Oh gosh! Meanwhile, Eddie, look at his like composure. Eddie. Okay, honestly, this is still a very aggressive mother brain fight, but he needs to stop playing around. Okay, should be in the clear. He should
be extra onion in any of those barrages. One extra onion ring, and this is GG's for Eddie.
Okay, that's fine.
Usually, a few shots away.
Usually the catch-up phase is like kind of safe unless you get, I don't know, the worst RNG. But thankfully Eddie, yeah.
Yep. That smile, he knows it.
To himself, he just had a staring contest with death, and death blinked. GG, Eddie. But it's still not over, of course.
That was what an incredibly tense mother brain too.
I know. It's true. Susreime still wants to be able to finish this out.
Yeah, gonna be, what is this? Some 20, 25 seconds behind here. What a race, Sephi. My goodness.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, give them a follow. Like, you have to give them a follow after all of that suspense. Like, are you kidding me? Why would you not? That would be actual BM if you chose. Okay, no. Actual BM would be if you unfollowed while they were racing, but don't do that.
9 health. Goodness gracious. Folks, we had dead even sync at multiple points in this run. We had Eddie up by 15 seconds. We had the big swing in Lower Norfair through Meridia with Susreime going up by 15. And then the wheels came off just a little bit for Susreime in that Dragon fight with the upspark. Lost the time back. Eddie went up by 7 to 8 seconds entering Turian, and then just absolutely nailed Turian and Susreime. Gosh, I don't know, Sephi. I would say Eddie executed a little bit better, but Susreime definitely getting, at multiple points in this run, just pretty unlucky with some of the drops. The power bombs entering Lower Norfair, some of the super drops through Upper Norfair, now the super drops at this later phase of Turian. Yeah, man, it's really unfortunate.
It is a tragedy. Susreime, I feel like he just had to play it as risky as possible, almost like as if he was going for a PB pace. Because, yeah, this is a really tough matchup, and of course, Susreime is gonna want to win. Like, so part of me does understand why he just dipped uh, out of all the RNG plays when he could have farmed, or even going for that super kill on Metroid Room 3,
Yep.
he just felt like he had to. And that's respect.
Wow. 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 Wow.
But alright, it's less than a minute here for the game to be over for Eddie. Come on, Eddie. Solidarity animal save for Susreime.
That would be pretty hype.
Yeah, see, it's always a great race when you see both runners on the escape at the same time. Just goes to show how close it was.
Oh, animal save?
He's doing it! Okay.
I love it. I love it. Double animal save coming up.
Shoutouts to Eddie. Being a champion. He knows. That's what happens when you're when you listen to the community. And you just that's amazing. Incredible.
I'm always a Doctors Without Borders. The double Alcatraz. I'm always a Doctors Without Borders donate to the Kill the Animals, but for Susreime, I would save the animals.
Right.
Meanwhile, folks, get your GGs in chat, finishing with a 42-4-0 in first place. An incredibly hype race. Eddie, congratulations. Wow, what a race.
Good stuff, Eddie. Yeah, shoutouts to you on that huge win. Gosh, that was jam-packed. Good exit right there for Susreime. Yeah, being able to flex a 42 with animal save is it's really good. It's a good brag. And shout out to Susreime, also GG, finishing with a 43-11. All right, now we're gonna have our post-game interview. See if we can pick their brain cells a little bit.
Seriously, that might be Steffi. That might be the race of the tournament so far. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, that was super close. Oh my goodness, there was a lot of tears and a lot of sweat.
Yeah, and that was just from you and me.
I know. Now imagine them.
Imagine what they feel like. Unbelievable. I think we've had a few races that may have been slightly closer in the final finish time, but the level of execution that we got, I mean, the 6:03, 6:04 Green Bryn elevator time, like mid 13-minute grab touch times, the double fast execution from Susreime on Fantoon, like everything was just firing on all cylinders for these runners. What a treat. What an absolute treat.
Only on Speedgaming. Also, here we have our runners. GG Eddie, congrats on the win, and GG Susreime for just popping off as well.
GG's Eddie. GG's.
Oh man.
Congrats, man.
Dude.
Yeah, that apparently that was really, really good. Apparently.
I was some people don't like watching the other racer while playing and stuff like that. But I was kind of keeping my eye on you, Susreime, just to see where you were. And like I was saying, we talked a little bit before this, but I was saying, like, I saw that grab time. I'm like, oh my god, because I was like, okay. I saw the stream was behind like 20-30 seconds, and then I saw like we both entered Fantoon similar times. And when I saw the fast, and I just saw you like on screen that first guy like really fast, I'm like, oh my god, like he's gonna get so far ahead of me here because I 3-rounded.
Okay, I see. 3-round, unfortunately. Okay.
A mid fast. Like I bailed out in the end, so I got a little lucky. Yeah.
I mean, that was my best. I mean, the luck was really good for me because that was my best gravity time for sure. It's my best grab.
Oh, really? Is that that's a personal best grab touch time for you, susreime?
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's right. But then, like, I've only done like so many. I don't know. Like, this is my what, like 10th run or something.
Sure,
so
sure,
I mean,
sure.
yeah. So yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah,
That was good for me though. That was good
It
for
was
me.
an incredible back and forth. susreime grabbed that early lead after being synced more or less through the entry to Fantoon. Eddie ended up coming back and taking about a 15-second lead, but bled all of that time back in LN. susreime, you were up by about 15 seconds, but then bled the time back with the mishaps at the end of the Dragon fight, and you were about 7 to 8 seconds apart entering Turian. And then I gotta ask,
Really, I guess.
the two things there. So for susreime, for you, it's the ammo management. You got hecked by power bombs coming into LN. You were struggling with supers. You had to be really, really aggressive in your Metroid rooms. And then Eddie, we'll talk about the mother brain fight in a minute, but I wanted to get susreime's thoughts on just the ammo throughout the run, and especially in the Metroid rooms.
Yeah. I mean, it started. Ammo sort of started becoming bad after I messed up my attic. Then I had to farm. I had to do some slower strats to conserve some supers. And then one of the Violas in pre-Gravitron dropped me a health. And
I almost threw up.
Yeah, right. I almost forgot. I had I was busy with some friends throughout the run, but they reminded me that I had to use bombs before for
Oh my
the stairs. I almost messed up, man. I almost just like had to grab power bombs and shit.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah, that was pretty rough. Yeah. What else? They game messed up my blocking X factor, which is what I get for sticking with the no setup, basically. Like the 20-year-old setup that just had to fail me this time. I mean, I failed it and lost a bunch of supers and then entering G4. So I wasn't watching the race at all because I was trying to focus. But entering G4, I asked my friends, like, how am I doing? They're like, okay, you're a little bit behind. So I'm like, okay, dang it. Okay, now I just have to YOLO all the Metroid rooms. And sure enough, I had to YOLO the Metroid room. And after messing up room 1, had to room the last room 4 and got 8 supers. So I mean, at that point, at that point, sort of was already kind of rough. But yeah, that's what I get for sticking with the old strats. I think after this, I'll actually learn the good setups. So maybe the next time I won't. Yeah, maybe next time. Yeah, that's my thought on the run.
Yeah, pretty unfortunate. You just came 28. It was 1 super short. You had to go really aggressive. That's what Sephi and I were saying. Speaking of aggressive, Eddie, Mother Brain 2 was quite a bag of, I don't know what to call it, man, but that was something else, getting down to 9 health of buffer room. You had 0 hits to spare, and she was just on some stuff there. What I mean, holy smokes, man. Tell me about that fight.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I was just playing it, and then at one point I got this like the moonfall thing happened, right? You try to back up a little bit, and then you jump, and then you moonfall. I'm like, I had the wherewithal, like the cognizance to. I think something that's really subtle that I think that was like insanely good is when I saw the onion rings coming at me for the first time, that would have knocked me out basically. I held left to deboost downwards, and I think if I didn't, I would have gotten chained and killed immediately. There was a moment, if you like rewind the tapes, you can see that I took the first onion, the bottom onion ring, and I deboosted downwards to the left. I saw it. I'm like, I'm just holding left here, so I don't get chained here. And I got flung to the ground, and I lived. And then
that's so incredible on the fly thinking, Eddie. That's wow.
It's funny because I mentioned how you know, and I don't doubt that this comes only just from Map Rando experience, but you can definitely see it when you're playing Map Randos, is how you adapt and how you start to like play on the fly.
Yeah.
So that sort of reaction in the Mother Brain 2 fight, because we saw it, we noticed that like that was scary that you had to make that jump pretty much right into the onion rings.
Yep.
In order to save yourself.
Yep. That was like, oh, this is not good.
Yeah, that's like arcade strat, like live to fight one more room.
Yeah. there's things that like I wasn't expecting to have to do that kind of ended up happening. But for the second race in a row, I bonked the door entering full halfy, which is like such a horrible mistake to make. It's really bad. Like bonking is like, it's bad for so many reasons. But the funny thing about that is I had so much HP. So then that Dragon Fright, like I had 200 like HP finishing it, and I had like 5 supers because I got 8 supers leaving Batoon with the missiles. So I was just like, wait, I gotta bomb jump out of here. So I bomb jumped out of there, something that I also learned mainly because of Arcade and Membrando. So yeah, I mean, everything counted, right? Because in the end, like, you know, we're only off by 30 seconds. Like, you have to kind of make sure not to make any mistakes, especially knowing that I was 20 seconds behind Grab. I'm like,
well,
oh my God.
right, and if you don't have the lead, I might wager to say that susreime's voice chat friends might not tell him he's behind, and he might play less aggressive in Metroid rooms. I'm just saying, like,
of course.
Right?
I would just
every
like farm
little,
maybe
every
2
little bit
missiles.
matters
Yeah.
there, right? Like, and one extra set of missiles in one room could have changed the tenor and tone of this race.
It's just it could have gone either way. Because again, there's that Metroid Room 1 that's susreime, you know, that you were going for the strat and then you missed the Metroid, so you had to like kill it in lava. And that ended up costing you a super, and that super also could have been a game changer because it could have bailed you out. So it's just so many like moving, like
I mean, even like leaving Dragon's room, there was one super that I was like, no, just came back to bite me. So yeah, I know all these things. It's really dynamic, really dynamic.
Yep.
All right, folks, we're getting the hook. There's another race coming up on this channel right after this. Listen, this is an S tier matchup right here. Eddie versus susreime, number 5 versus 6. susreime going home. Eddie, you are moving on this tournament. I wanted to say thank you for everyone, Sigma for helping us run this, the 2 of you for an incredible performance, and Sephi for an excellent time in comms. Thank you so much to everyone running this tournament. Keep your eyes peeled. We have some excellent matches coming up, including Drewski versus Emmett tomorrow. That's all that we got. Sephi, you got the last word. Take us home, and we'll close this out for the next race.
I really don't want the last word, so I'm gonna let Eddie and susreime have the last word. Thanks for racing, and yeah, I'll see y'all later.
All right, susreime, I'm so glad I got to race you. We gotta go meet up and get some food again.
This is still in-person race. I mean,
Yeah,
and you're right now. You have the Chicago. You're a Chicago champ, but we'll see next time.
Okay.
All right,
Sounds
folks.
good, dude.
You heard it here first. Come back and see us for the next mission. Good night.
GG.